Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm hanging out at home. We just kind of had a lazy day. I have lazy hair today. So I thought today I would talk a little bit about things we can do so that we can waste less. Say that really fast, waste less. Things we can do to waste less. There has been a lot in the news about the Paris Climate Accord and climate change and all of this stuff. And a lot of people are upset about it, and it is important to follow the news. It is important to follow. I think it is important to be in the know, I guess. But I think it can also be, there's so much negativity. There's so much. The news is only focusing on the negative. I think we should focus more on what we need to do as a society, what we can do as individuals to make a difference, because our choices do make a difference. I believe that we all have an obligation and an opportunity to make a difference every single day in our world. And so I wanted to share a few things that I do to make a difference. And I feel like, one of the things that someone told me recently is, make today just a little bit better than you did yesterday, or make a difference, whether it be in work or in your marriage or with your family. Just do a little bit better than you did yesterday. And if you're constantly trying to do little things, they build up over time to a beautiful marriage. Being a great mother or father, being a great friend, it's all these little things over time that make a difference. I just want to share a couple of things that I'm doing, and hopefully it will inspire you to make some little changes in your life as well. So let's get started. Also, I just want to say that this is not to say that, you need to do anything in particular, but just to kind of give you some ideas of ways in which you can, use less paper and use less plastic. So I just want to preface that and just say, this is from a non-judgmental focus, I guess. Yeah, anyway. One of the things that I started using recently are these little makeup pads. And I bought these guys on Etsy. You can tell that they are well loved and used. It says wash in a lingerie bag, warm wash, which I haven't washed in a lingerie bag. I just washed it with my delicates though. Probably from now on I need to just wash them in the lingerie bag. But they come really clean. They're super, super soft. Instead of getting I used the Whispers ones for years and years. And I just kind of felt bad about, using them to take off my makeup and then throwing them away and just being wasteful. So I decided to buy these. I think they were 10 to a pack and they were really reasonable. I'll try to find her Etsy shop and link it below for y'all. But yeah, I thought that, why not get reusable ones? And they're so thick and nice that I will use, one side to take off my eye makeup, and then on the other side I'll put witch hazel or whatever and just kind of go around my face to make sure that I got off all the makeup. So yeah, so I thought that those were cool and they're working out really great. They're super soft. I love them. I'll probably buy more. But yeah, disposable makeup wipes. Next, I have just a bunch of different rags that we use. So years ago, one of my really good friends told me that she was not going to use paper towels anymore. And I was just like, what? That is insane. How do you not use paper towels? And it's really funny because we don't even use that many paper towels. Oftentimes we would cut them in half. Even the ones that were the smaller ones, we'd cut them in half. We'd, try not to use that many. So it was funny that I was so, I guess, against her not using paper towels just because it was different and, you kind of have to get used to it. Over the years, we've just kind of, used less paper towels and we try to use the towels more and just kind of different things. And we wouldn't really use them for cleaning. And, I bought some little rags. I have these little microfiber towels that I've labeled that I'll use to clean. I have one for the counters. I have one for the toilet. And then I also have this guy, which actually I recently bought, and it's amazing to use for glass. So anyway, we had already been kind of doing that for a while. I told Dustin, why are we still buying paper towels? It's just, we need to just stop buying them and just completely cut them out, and then it'll become the new norm. So we did that. So the only thing that we had to buy was napkins for when we were eating. I bought these sometime last year from IKEA, and then I bought these like maybe 6 months ago or so. So I've just bought more of them so that we would have enough. And we made it a point to start using them instead of, using cloth napkins for like a special occasion and like when we were having, dinner plans with some friends or something. We just used them all the time, and that became the new norm. And now it's the new norm, and it's not weird. It's not anything, we just use them, and we don't have to use paper towels, and we don't have to buy them. So we're not using all of this paper. If we have a spill, we just use a rag and we pick it up, clean it up, and throw that in the laundry basket. And then we do all of our towels, once a week or so. Another thing kind of in line with that is tissue. I use a lot of tissue in the fall, more like January, I guess. Sometimes December, January, but I have really bad allergies. I'm allergic to cedar, and of course Dustin drugged me to a town in which there is a ton of cedar, and I die come January. Always have tissue boxes in my car. I have a tissue box by my bed. I have tissue in my purse. I always have tissues. So this is probably the hardest one for me because I use them so much, and then we'll use them a little bit for Asa. I'm gonna buy some old school handkerchiefs. So I did. I bought them on Amazon. I just got these like little plain handkerchiefs. They've got just like a little trim, and they're really light. I will say this has been one of the harder things to get used to, just because I'm so used to tissue and it's so easy, and I don't know. So, but I've definitely been using them more. Definitely use them for Asa. I'm not in allergy season, so I don't really need them for myself. But, I have them, and when it comes time for allergy season, I'm just gonna, make more of an effort to make sure that I have these with me. It actually makes me think of my grandpa growing up because he always had a handkerchief in his pocket. It's so funny how scent can take you back, kind of like music can. But anyway, I can still smell like his handkerchief. I can smell him, and I just remember being little and him grabbing a handkerchief and, always having them handy. So the other thing that I have are these little reusable bags. I actually bought these probably I don't know how many years ago. I actually have the bag, and I'm embarrassed to show it to y'all because it's yellow. But it's like a little plastic bag like these. I actually just bought these recently, a few months ago. This is a brand called Reusable, and I love these. Now, the only thing is I think they came with maybe 6 in the package. It came with a bigger one like this and then a little small one like this. And one of them tore a month after I bought it. So that's the only thing. But what I do like about these is it's really flexible material. The other one that I had was really hard, and then it was also really hard to close, whereas these are super easy to close. So I just use these every day for my lunch. I pack a lunch most days, and then also for Asa's lunch, I'll usually give him these. But yeah, I love these, and that way you're not using Ziploc bags and just kind of wasting plastic. You're reusing these. So the last thing that I have is these little reusable bags for the grocery store. This is from a brand called Simple Ecology. I found these on Amazon, and I think it came with 6 So I just, take these to the grocery store. Sometimes I forget, I have my reusable bags. Sometimes I'll walk into the grocery store and forget my reusable bag. I just, instead of all of that plastic that you use at the grocery store, why not get something reusable that you can use every time that's cute? And it just, I don't know, it just feels really good to not use so much plastic, because I don't know, I've seen those. Have you ever seen the video from, I forget what their names are, but they talk about recycling and how basically it's not very effective. It's not a very effective way of doing things. So instead of just relying on recycling, I'm not saying to stop recycling, but let's try to not even have to go there and try to not have to recycle. If we already use less plastic and we're using, glass and instead of using plastic, then we don't have to worry about hurting our world. There's a couple other things you can do, like not using straws. It's like a Yeti, except it's cheaper. If you look up and do any research on straws in our oceans and how much they're polluting our world, you will be amazed. So look it up, check it out. And if you really are a straw person, I'm not particularly a straw person. If I go to a restaurant, I don't really like to use straws because I've heard that it causes wrinkles. So, but buy some reusable straws. They're awesome and good for the environment. Look into switching over any Tupperware that you have. Most people know about the dangers of BPA now. There's other chemicals that can be in plastic if you're not careful that can leach into your food, and then we're consuming that, and that's important. You want to know what's going into your body. It's not as expensive as you might think. So anyway, those are just a few ideas that we've incorporated into our lives. I think the most important thing is don't feel overwhelmed. Don't feel like you have to change everything in one day. It's too expensive. It's not going to happen. But when I run out of something, try to look for an alternative, something that's better for me, something that's better for the environment, and switch it out. So, another thing that I forgot about is to look into, let me go grab it. Look into your makeup. So this is my eyeshadow from Limelight by Alcone. So this is an example. They have eyeshadow palettes with Limelight. So not only is their packaging completely recyclable, it's all paper, so you can recycle it, but also you can get an eyeshadow palette with 6 colors. You can pick the colors that you want, and then you can, when you run out, you can pop them out and switch them out. So you're not buying new packaging every single time. And, if it gets to a point where you need to replace it, then the packaging is recyclable. Look at the companies that you're supporting, because your purchases matter. Your money, the money that you're giving to these companies, it makes a difference in our world. If you support a company that is ethical and, has an ethos in which they care about the environment and they care about, families, they care about our health, that it has a ripple effect and it makes a difference. It makes a difference where you spend your money. It makes a difference. All these things make a difference, and you make a difference, and every single choice that you make can make a difference. So I just want to encourage you and let you know that you can make a difference in every single thing. All the little choices that you make in life, they make a difference. But don't feel like you have to change every single thing at once. Just do one thing at a time. I don't have, the cleanest products in my whole bathroom or in my whole makeup bag. It can be hard. Like there's brands that I've loved for years that are hard to give up because, I've just used them for a long time. So I totally understand. But, don't feel like, oh, I have to overhaul everything, I have to replace everything, otherwise what's the point? No, like if something runs out, go look for a healthy option, a clean option for you. Try to do little things, and then over a year, over 3 years, over 5 years, your life will look different. You will have a different perspective on things, and not only will you have a different perspective, but if you have a spouse, if you have children, this will make a difference in their lives, and then they can, make a difference in the world also. Anyway, guys, I hope that was helpful to you. I hope that y'all got some inspiration, and maybe you might incorporate some new things into your household. I hope it will make a difference for you and your family. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll have a beautiful day. I really appreciate your time as always. So let me know if you have any questions below. I will leave links to everything that I've mentioned today. If you have any products that you're loving, that you feel are making a difference in the environment, in the earth, in our world, then please share them below. I would love to check them out and incorporate, more stuff into our routine. Be sure to click like and subscribe so that we can see each other again, and this can be a long-term relationship between us. Yes. And I guess I will see y'all very soon in the next video. All right, have a great day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.